Hey friends, things are about to get personal. Okay, so don't mind the fact that I look like shit. I've been very exhausted, but nonetheless, let's just jump into it because I don't want this to be a long video. So I just got back from a 7-day retreat in Peru. It was for ayahuasca. If you don't know what ayahuasca is, I encourage you to look at my old video where I explain what it is and what I was doing out there. So for the first ceremony, we do a sound healing before, just to kind of prepare ourselves and like kind of meditate and get our minds in the right place before we get into the ceremony. So we do a sound healing, and from there we go around the room and we each tell the shaman like our intention for that night. And my intention for the first ceremony was to find love for myself. I told the shamans that I feel like I have a lot of love for the people around me, but I don't have a lot of love for myself. And so once everyone has taken their medicine, they shut the lights off and we sit in silence for 30 minutes. And once the shamans feel like Mother Ayahuasca is making her presence in the room, that's when they start chanting. So I basically want to give you like an outline of what happened. I don't want to go too into detail because believe me, it's a lot and this video would be like stupid long, so I just want to give you like the very basics of like what happened. So once they do a little bit of singing together, the woman shaman goes to one side of the room and the man shaman goes to the other side of the room, and then they individually just start to sing to you. So the man shaman approaches me first, and when he's singing to me, that's when the medicine is really starting to kick in. And I remember like feeling really happy and feeling really like powerful, and I was feeling like very confident in myself, and I was just dancing. I was dancing to his chants, and I felt like very like indigenous. Like I felt like I was like back in the day where like they totally like, I don't know, like just like the ancients, like the way they danced. I feel like I was like dancing like them. I don't even remember how I was dancing. And I remember like, because the room is totally blacked out, but I remember seeing like stars in the sky, and I just felt like I was like in this like in the middle of like a forest or something. I don't know. It was just like me and the stars. And then when he was singing to me, he's like sitting in front of me and he's like chanting to me, and I'm like feeling it. I was just like sending my love to him and sending like good vibes to him, and I for a moment like we were like, I felt like we were just like totally connected, like, and I felt that energy going back and forth to me and him, and I was just dancing. And then when this was happening, I saw it didn't last too long, but I saw like these like small little triangles like going back and forth, like small colorful triangles like going back and forth, like if it was just like energy. I don't know, it was weird. And when he's singing to me, I'm just thinking about like all of the people that love me and support me, and like I'm thinking about my mom and my dad and my sister, and like all the things that they have done for me, all the things that, and all the ways that they support me, and not only that, but like all of my friends and just like, you know, people online, like people on Facebook that are watching this right now, or YouTube or whatever, like all the people that have like supported me through all my travels and stuff like that. I'm just thinking of you guys and like all the love that you guys give me. And then I start to also think all the love that I give back to the people that are around me. It's like going back and forth. Like I'm thinking about all the love that people give me, and I'm thinking about all the love that I give people. And it's just like this mutual love and connection that I'm feeling. And I feel it really strong. And it's like this whole time I'm just like dancing and like just like feeling it. And then I start to think to myself, like, if I have all this love and support from, you know, many people, then why don't I love myself? Like it makes no sense. And if I have all this love to give to so many people, then why can't I give it to myself? And then I start kind of like thinking about myself, and I say to myself, like in my head, like it's just this process going on in my head, and I'm thinking, I'm like, based on the fact solely that I have a lot of love to give and my intentions are pure. I try to do good for others, and like I'm a genuine person when it comes to that. Like, based solely off of that, that should be enough for me to love myself, to be proud of myself, I guess you could say. While he's singing to me, it's basically that. There's like a lot of details and a lot of that, but basically it was just that. Like, he's just like just singing, I'm feeling it, like all this love, like I'm just totally feeling it. And then, so when the woman shaman approaches me and she gets near me, I start to get like really insecure and like really emotional. Like, I remember like the whole ceremony, like I am in positions like constantly moving around to whatever feels comfortable to me. Like, I'm not in one position the whole time. Like, whatever like the medicine is like telling me to do and whatever I feel comfortable, I'm doing it. So she comes next to me, well, she comes in front of me to start singing. So at this point, like I'm laying down, like kind of like back, like because there's mats, and so I'm laying down and I have my legs like in front of me, like totally blocking her out. And after the ceremony, like when I was processing everything and I was thinking about it, this is the conclusion I came up with. I feel like I was blocking her out because I feel like I have a wall with many people, with, well, I guess with like all the people in my life. I think that I, like, obviously I'm a pretty open person. Like, I make vlogs and stuff like that. Like, I talk about like the basic things in my life, or like I give you like the cream of the cake with my life. But like the things that are bothering me deep down, or like for me to actually open up to people, or like you can even ask like my best friends, like I don't really talk about myself that much. So I feel like I definitely have a wall with people. And so when she was like bringing out the emotions, like I was just trying to block it out. Anyways, so she's like preparing herself to start singing to me, and literally as soon as she starts singing to me, she hits that note, and then I instantly, like, I don't like physically like see my mom in my head, but like in my mind, like as soon as she starts singing, that is my mom. Like, my mom was her, and I can't see her because it's just like super light shadow, because it's all dark and you could barely even see the shadows, but like there's a very light shadow of her, and I just feel like it's my mom. When she was singing to me, it was like it was my mom that was singing like the things that we have been through together. You know, like me and my mom have been through certain things together, and she was singing to me about like our past and like the things that we have been through, and it was like very like emotional and touching, and and then for a second, like I literally had my mom's heart. Like, just picture like us like swapping hearts, and I'm feeling exactly what she's feeling, and I'm feeling the love that she has for me and stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna get personal about it because there's like more details in it, but like it brings me closure on a lot of things. But I'm just fucking crying, and I can't stop. And then my dad like comes through in my mind, and then like with my dad, I'll tell you guys this, is that like with him, I've always felt like I've disappointed him for different reasons. Obviously, one, because I'm gay. Two, because, you know, I'm not into sports, I'm not into women. He was like always building stuff at home, and he was like construction worker, he's like does all that stuff. He was like totally like manly man, and I wasn't that. Like, I didn't want to help him build stuff around the house. I didn't want to be like outside with him playing ball. Like, I wanted to play with fucking Barbies. And so I was just like, I always felt like I disappointed him in life. And then I begin to feel him. Like, I begin to feel his heart. And he's just like, I start to feel like he's very proud of me, and I start to feel like all of his love for me, and like the way he sees me and all that stuff, like, you know, blah blah blah. And then I start thinking about my sister. Same thing, is like I start to feel her, like all the love and support that she has given me, and like certain past experiences that we've shared together that really like has proven to me like how strong our connection is. And so basically, like, that was the remainder of the time that she's singing to me. This is all happening when she's singing to me, and I'm just crying and crying and crying, and I'm just like holding myself. and like I'm just holding myself tight and I can't let myself go, and I feel like I'm just like comforting myself. And in a sense I feel like, you know, I haven't been through like, I haven't had like the craziest life, or I haven't been through like all this shit that other people haven't been through or whatever, but like I have gone through a fair amount of shit in my life. And I was like reminiscing on all the times in my life where I felt completely broken, because there are many points in my life where I have felt like extremely broken. And I start to realize like how strong I am, like to get through all those things, and to persevere and be the person that I am today. And like I'm totally like acknowledging myself for like the person that I am, and like just like loving myself for it. Like, you know, like I feel like this ceremony like helped me understand a lot of who I am and like my past, and brought me closure, and like helped me see the way other people see me, and helped me realize like the person that I am to other people. So totally like feeling the love both ways. And so like when I'm coming out of it, the whole time like I didn't really see a lot of visuals. A lot of people see like, you know, they take you to like outer space, or like blah 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 blah, like all this crazy stuff. But like I was pretty present in the room the whole time. I was like very aware, and I didn't have like a lot of visuals, but I felt it was like so deeply. I felt. And it really really like it took me back to times in my life, and I felt exactly what I felt in those moments of my life. And it was like very very beautiful. It was extremely beautiful, and it was extremely hard too, because like it was very emotional, and I haven't cried in like 2 years. Like I don't cry. And so the fact that, you know, I couldn't control myself and I couldn't stop crying, I felt like I definitely needed that. Like I felt like I didn't know how much I needed to cry until I started fucking crying and couldn't stop. And I was like, all right, I'm over it. Like you know, it's like I'm done crying. And but it was really beautiful. And I definitely got a lot of clarity and confidence in that ceremony. So I would 100% say that I got my intentions answered for that night. And the second night, it was like super crazy. I'm gonna make a separate vlog for that. So if you're interested, it should be on my page if you want to like and subscribe and, you know, check it out. And so I'm gonna make one more vlog about the other ceremony, and then there's also gonna be a San Pedro ceremony. But thank you guys for watching this one. I hope I didn't bore you. I hope it's not too long. I wish I could give you more details, but then I'd be here forever. So look out for my next video. Thanks for watching.